Happy Friday. Oh, this Friday could not come fast enough. It is February 27th. There it is. Words happen. Yeah, and it is great to be home. I've had a long week. It was, last week was a short week. We had a couple days off, that kind of thing. And oh my gosh, this week it was fine. It was a week. It was good, but oh my gosh, it's just one of those just exhausting weeks. So it was good. It was fine, but worn out. I have a funny story for you, and it just happened. I have I have lots of kids, hundreds of kids, and these two girls that are in my last period class are very chatty, very, very chatty. Oh, sometimes you get kids and you say, hey, cut the conversation. It's my turn, and they go, oh, sorry, Miller. Sorry. And then they'll just be quiet and, actually dial in and focus. And these two girls, for whatever reason, just cannot. I mean, it's consistent. It's, ongoing. Cannot focus, cannot stop their conversation. Incessant conversation. Every once in a while, I'll just stop mid-sentence and I'll look at them and I'll go, you are having a full-on conversation. Like, what are you doing? And then I realized the irony of the fact that they are both on the drill team. Now, not mentioning names, not talking about coaches, not talking about even my school in general, just like the way that drill team works. Maybe your high school had a drill team, but when I think of drill team, I think of like precision. I think of exactness, right? They demonstrate it through like quick movements and snappy, gesture and it's so Callie, imagine like dance team, or dance teams like pop and lock and that sort of thing. This is more like military precision, but dance. And there's a time and a place for it. I think it's beautiful. They do halftime shows. They have their own sort of like, they have tournaments. They have their own sort of circuit that they go to and dance and perform. And it's awesome. And these two girls, I mean, I have lots of drill team girls. I have cheer girls. I have boys on the lacrosse team. I have girls on the lacrosse team. I have, I've kids from lots of different walks of life, lots of different sports and, theater and this and that. But I pulled them aside. They actually needed my help after school today. And I said, can I ask you something? So it's a little ironic that you're asking me for help because I taught how to do this in class. And it's weird that you want my one-on-one help when you refused to listen to it the first time because you had your little chatty conversation. And they were like, oh, I'm sorry, Miller. I'm sorry. We won't do it. Yeah. And I said, no, it's a little deeper than that. Because I keep asking you to stop talking and you keep having your little conversations and things. I said, can I ask you something? And this is not a dig on you. It's not like I'm not making fun of you or anything. And I said, you're on the drill team, right? Both of these girls, they both needed help. They're both in my classroom after school. And they said, yeah, we're in the drill team. And I said, okay, isn't drill team, when I think of drill team, I think of like precision and dedication and accuracy and all that. Why doesn't that translate to my classroom? And the girl was kind of dumbfounded. She was just like, well, and her answer was great. Oh, her answer was just priceless. She was like, well, I chose to be in drill team, so yeah, but I chose to be in your class too. But I'm really dedicated to drill team, but like I'm not dedicated to you. And like she like totally painted herself into a corner. And I was like, listen, do you see my disconnect? Do you see like this like precision that you dedicate to your coach and to the team? And then you come into my classroom and you're loosey-goosey and I cannot get you to shut up. And she was like, yeah, I get it. Both girls, they were like, okay, I see what you mean. We'll do better. I said, okay, I am happy to help you with this thing that you need, right? It was like it was something in a photography project. So I helped him with it. But just kind of, painting them back into a corner like that was so funny. She was like, well, I chose to take drill, but I kind of chose to take your class too, didn't I? Like, whatever excuse is there, it's faulty. I even said, I could start like treating you like I'm a drill coach. And she said, oh, no, 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 please, no. Like, she likes that, I said, I don't need to be super loosey-goosey if that's the problem, and I'm not. Occasionally I'll, tighten up like that and just be like, hey, come on, what's the deal? It's my turn, give it to me. But oh my gosh, it was so funny. It was like one of those sort of aha moments. I think they both walked out of there not going, oh, Miller, he's such a dumbo, he wants me to shut up in class, whatever. I didn't say shut up. I'm alliterating here. But, I told them to, why when I tell you to not talk, you just keep going. They really do. They just keep going and going and going and going. I can't get them to quit talking. I've considered separating them multiple times too, even. But these, they probably walked out of my classroom going, there is a disconnect there. Why do I dedicate myself to the team and yet I'm all over the place in Miller's class? I don't know. Maybe that translates to something else, or maybe they just continue being loosey-goosey. Who knows? But we'll see how it plays out. Honestly, we'll see how it goes. Whether that translates into the future and they still, dedicate themselves. Who knows? Maybe those two girls should be on the speech and debate team. Yeah, I could see them being the speech and debate team for their long talk, their long speech. That's funny. All right. Well, let's debate these answers then, shall we? Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Stop. One of the answers is drill. You're kidding me. I have not seen this puzzle, guys. I have not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so funny. I literally, this is the first 10 seconds I've seen this puzzle, and it has the word drill in it, and the story I told today of literally what happened, an hour and a half ago, has the word drill in it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Judas, drill. Love it. I love those little happy accidents like that. Oh, that is just a riot. Quality, butterfly, French, bench, air, ripple, drill, where do we leave off? Snake, snowball, traitor, manner, domino, printing, impression, and turncoat. Wow. These are all over the place. Snowball. French dip. French bread. French onion. I was just talking to my wife today, just right before we started, about Vidalia onions to make a French onion soup. But I think, isn't it yellow onions? It's either white onions or yellow onions to make a French onion soup. I love that stuff. Impression. Jean-Marco said that there are 2 purples today. Oh boy. Like ripple effect, ripple down, ripple to rip something. Impression, to impress, to print. Traitor has trait in it. Air pump, air bud, air pod. Drill bit. Snake bit. Snowball. Golly. You hated this puzzle? Oh no. John Marco says he hated the puzzle. So maybe it's a blue as a fill in the blank. Maybe also a purple as a fill in the blank. Oh boy. Quality control. Quality time. Butterfly. Butterfly stroke. Snowball fight. Okay, so Judas and traitor probably go together. Ooh, someone's a snake. What's the other one? Turncoat? Okay. A backstabber. Yeah, I've heard that phrase, a turncoat. Someone that turns tail on you. Judas, who betrayed Jesus. A snake, a traitor. Ripple effect. Snowball effect. Domino. Butterfly effect. There it is. Yes. Okay, great. Chain reaction effects. That really is kind of a fill in the blank, isn't it? Right? Butterfly effect, domino effect, ripple effect, snowball effect. Okay, so we got the purple and the green. One that's a little easier, one that's a little harder. You know the manner. You know the drill. You know... French. Oh, wait a minute. Printing press, drill press, bench press. French press, like French press coffee. Hey, not bad, not bad. Okay, quality, manner, impression. Oh, an air. You have the air of something. An aura. There you go, we're aura farming. You didn't hate this one? Oh, you hated what's in March? Well, Jean-Marco can see the future. That's wild. Okay, I thought I would really struggle on that one. I mean, it took me a little while, but I came around, I did it. A backstabber, a Judas, snake, a traitor, a turncoat. The blue category, kinds of chain reactions, the effects, the butterfly effect. A butterfly flapping its wings on this side of the world can cause, a hurricane on the other side of the world. A domino effect, a ripple effect, a snowball. I don't know if I'd use this effect with snowball. Things snowballed. Snowball effect. I don't know. Put it there if you want. Who knows? And then presses, bench press, drill press, French press, and printing press. Right, to make like an espresso. Yeah, I saw the MIDI. The MIDI, it's bigger. I haven't decided if I'm going to play it during my live stream or not. I think for now, I'm just going to stick to the 4 that I do, just to keep it simple. But I did see it, and I clicked on it even. It sounded fun. There were lots more things. It's kind of like a mini crossword, but like times 6. Right? There's a lot more things to it. So, I don't know. We'll see it. Maybe we'll play it. Maybe we don't. Who knows? And then the green category was aura. You have the air of something. You give the impression. That's your manner. That's your quality. Sweet. All right. And then we play the mini. Let's see what Joel's got for us today. Lacking Locks. Lacking locks is bald. One of the Great Lakes. There's Huron, maybe Erie. Huron's 5 letters. Movie with the fake newspaper headline, Wonder Elephant Soars to Fame. Is that Dumbo? Dumbo. Did I use... Okay, wait. Think back to the story that I just told. The girls walked away and they go, oh, that Dumbo, Miller. Did I use... I think I used the word Dumbo. Like, why are there so many, like, parallels? I'm seeing so many connections here. What's happening? Oh, what's happening? Live tweeter. Is it just a bird? I don't know. We might have to change that. The slightest bit. Like a tad. I don't know. Hard thing to leave on a cold day, your bed. Caribbean island northwest of Curacao. That's Aruba. Curacao. Corazon is, that's so interesting. Is that how it's spelled? Because corazon is heart. The sky in a saying. Sky's the limit. Actress Messing. Messing Deborah? I don't know who that is. Like this clue number is odd. Oh, a tad. I said tad. The slightest bit. A tad. I said tad. Nice. That is so funny. These I'm seeing multiple connections already happening. I told the story of how those 2 girls in my class, they're on the drill team, and I said, why doesn't that drill team precision transfer over into my classroom? And I said, when they walked away, they probably took something out of it rather than going, that Dumbo Miller. And I literally just used the word Dumbo in my story. Oh, that's crazy. I promise you, I don't look at these beforehand. In fact, when a kid is playing in my classroom, I'm always careful to, hide. I don't even want to see, like, the shape of the strands or anything. Like if a kid solves, a cluster, I don't even want to know where the cluster was. I'm very, very careful about that because I don't want to ruin what we do here. So for me to have said the word drill and the word Dumbo in a story, that's crazy. Okay, the one that'll make my head explode is if the Wordle has a word that I mentioned in my story. That would be insane. Lacking locks. Locks of hair, right? So you're bald. One of the Great Lakes, Erie. There's Huron, Erie, Ontario, Lake Michigan. No, that's not one of them. Lake Titicaca. I don't know. Movie with the fake newspaper headline, Wonder Elephant Soars to Fame. Dumbo. Dumbo the elephant. Live tweeter. Very funny. A bird. A bird. The slightest bit. A tad. It's a tad chilly in here. A hard thing to leave on a cold day. Is it your bed? Yeah, no doubt. Caribbean island northwest of Curacao. See, the C has like a tail. That's called a cedilla. And Portuguese uses the cedilla. Of course, this is, I think it's Americanized. Or maybe it's like, maybe it's Creole or something. It's borrowed because the word for heart is corazon with an O. C-O-R-A, cedilla, A, and then the A has a tilde on top. So, like, you drop it into your throat. Corazon. So I think it's borrowed. I don't know where it's borrowed to, but it's definitely borrowed. But it's interesting that they kept the cedilla at the end, the tail. I love little, like, kind of artifacts of language. Sometimes I'll ask, like, the number one thing I ask ChatGPT is like, hey, what's the connection between this word and its origin? It seems like it's Portuguese. It seems like it's, a Japanese word or something. And then it will spit out, oh, great notice, but no, it's actually this, Sometimes I'm dead on, and then sometimes, I'm like completely opposite what it really was. Caribbean island, Curacao, Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. The sky is the limit in a saying. Deborah Messing. Do I know Deborah Messing? Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm gonna look up Deborah Messing. D-E-B-R-A. Who is that? Oh, I know that face. From Will and Grace. That's where I know her from. Not that I've watched a ton of it, but I know who that is at least. A little bit of context. It's always good to have a little context. You're like, where? Deborah Messing. Grace from Will and Grace. Like this clue number 7 is odd. There we go. Cool. All right, let's get into the Wordle. It's funny, I can't really scroll up or down. I can just make it sort of bounce a tiny bit. It's funny. Okay, let's check. Still playing hard mode. And today we play... Should we play drill? Drill. Okay, that actually helped a lot. There's a D and there's an I, but the I's in the wrong place. Like dinghy. Okay, there's a Y at the end. All right, and we got the I in the right place too. D-I blank blank Y. Dizzy. Dippy. Why am I thinking of only double letters? Ditzy. Dixie. No, that's not how you spell it. I wonder. We got the letters for it. D-I-T. Is it Z-Y? That looks weird. Oh, that looks weird too, though. Is it Z-Y or is it S-Y? Let's go S-Y. Okay, it's not Ditzy. Good choice. Good guess, though. Dippy. What if it is dizzy? But it could be dippy. Dibby. Divvy. Dicky. Diffy. I mean, at least we can rule it out. Or just get it right. That's the other thing we can do. Okay, awesome. So that was very efficient. That was a very efficient guess. We said drill just just for kicks, just for my story today, and having it show up in the connections puzzle. That's hilarious. And then I tried dingy, or is that dingy? No, dingy. I feel like is G-E-Y. Oh, is it dingy or dingy? Whatever that word is right there. Maybe it's dingy. No, that's dingy. I think that's dingy. Hang on. I need to look this up. Oh, dingy has an H in it. Okay. Dingy, D-I-N-G-Y, so the one I said is dingy, an adjective meaning dirty, dull, gloomy, describes things lacking brightness or cleanliness, like a dingy room. Dingy, D-I-N-G-E-Y, is an alternative, less common spelling for dingy, D-I-N-G-H-Y, a small boat, sometimes a variant of dingy. Oh, sometimes a variant of dingy. Interesting. So EY is not, it says an informal or archaic spelling. You could just say it's wrong too. I mean, that's another thing you can do. But dinghy, like a little tiny boat, a dinghy has an H. So take that same word, put it G-H-Y. Huh. I don't think I knew that. And then we tried ditzy. Could you spell ditzy with a Z? Or is that just straight wrong? D-I-T-Z-Y. Ditzy. Silly or scatterbrained, typically used of a woman. A ditzy blonde, D-I-T-Z-Y. Okay, so then what did I do? Ditzy, not an A. I have fat fingers today. Ditzy, autocorrected to ditzy with a Z. Okay. It's so weird what these allow and what they don't allow. I don't understand it. Ditzy is a non-spelling of ditzy with an S instead of a Z. That's so strange. I don't know. Well, if I did spell it the correct way, I remember I was fighting myself saying, is it Z or is it S? Is it Z or is it S? Well, it was actually Z, but it took the S anyway. I think I would have been correct either way. But saying the Z would have given me the Z. It would have been green. That's hilarious. That's funny. I don't know. I don't know how these things work. And then the only thing I could think of there was dizzy. And that's exactly what it was. Dizzy Devil. Dizzy Devil. You guys put in the chat if you ever saw Dizzy Devil and you know what I'm talking about. Anybody know what I'm talking about saying Dizzy Devil? Alright. I almost had us down in the letterboxed. That would be a misinput, putting us in the letterbox. Not that being in the letterbox would be too bad, but looking at it, I'm like, well, maybe not. That's pretty funny. Did I accidentally click it? I have no idea. Okay. Yeah, because the button for letterboxed and the button for strands are right next to each other. It's a little much. It's a little much. It's excessive. Excess. Okay, I was gonna say excessive. No, excess. Oh, here it is. Whoops. Surplus. We have an extra amount of it. Excess, surplus. We have over. Overkill. We have some redundancy. I'd rather have too many than too few. Right? Wouldn't you ever rather have too many than too few? Glut. Oh, just glut. There you go. Oh, funny. And this is the spangram. Enough already. I like that. When you have too much, you have an excess. I love that. Excess, surplus, glut, overkill, redundancy. That is enough already. That's great. Cool. Oh, that's a little much. That is a little much. Well, good. Yeah, let's recap our answers. We started with the connections puzzle, and then we moved over to the mini crossword. We did the Wordle, and we did the strands. And if you like what you see so far, give this video a like. Consider subscribing. It does help. And you get to see when I do things, right? Usually it's right after school. Maybe sometimes it's right after I talk to a couple of drill girls about not giving their all in my class, but they're willing to give it in drill team. And then that ends up showing up in 3 different puzzles. It's pretty wild. All right. Well, we started off with the connections today. We did great on that. John Marco said that this wasn't the funnest one because there's kind of 2 purples. I agree with that. You know, it's almost like the blue was a fill in the blank today. We got Backstabber, the Judas of the group, the Snake, the Traitor, the Turncoat. Kinds of chain reaction effects, the butterfly effect, the domino effect, the ripple effect, or something snowballed. Blank press, bench press, drill press, French press, and a printing press. I've gone to a museum and seen a printing press in action. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right, and then aura. What's your aura? The air, the impression. You give the manner. You give the impression. Quality. Cool. Lacking locks. You're bald. Very funny. One of the Great Lakes, Lake Erie. Movie with the fake newspaper headline, Wonder Elephant Soars to Fame. Dumbo. Because he can fly. Live tweeter, a bird. Haha, very funny. We're still gonna call it Twitter. There was a John Oliver, I think. Somebody said Twitter, or since when it got changed, formerly known as Twitter, now called Twitter. Like, we don't call it X, we still call it Twitter. Like, get over yourself. Why would you change the name of this thing? It's just Twitter. Which is funny. I haven't been on Twitter in a long time. I don't think I'm missing anything. Social media is so just toxic. I like YouTube. I don't really even consider YouTube a social media. Sure, we can chat and whatnot, but like, I don't know. That's not the primary purpose. I create things, you watch it. Other people create things, I watch it, you watch it. It's this like video ecosystem. It's not really it's not that same platform that, say, Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Kind of a different thing. Aranya, how you doing? I told a story at the beginning. I don't know if you were on, but two girls on the drill team. Drill team is like dance company, but it's exact and military precision and that sort of thing. And these two girls are the most disruptive kids I have had all year. And I'm like, I said, this precision that you have, why doesn't that translate to my classroom? And I totally because the girl was like, well, I chose to be in drill team. And she was like, well, but I also chose to be in this class. And then, yeah, but I really dedicate myself to drill team. Well, I'm not saying I don't dedicate myself to your class. It was so funny to just listen to her paint herself into a corner. And I was like, okay, so I don't ask that you're super military precision in my class or anything, but could you maybe not talk all the time and just give it your all, dedicate yourself? And she was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. It's really funny. These two girls that needed help after school. I was like, okay, first, before I help you, why am I helping you with something that I explained during class but you chose not to listen to? Where's the precision here? It was awesome. But in the process, I used the word drill, and drill press, drill showed up. And then and then I said, well, when the girls walked out, I'm sure they actually got something out of it. They didn't just walk out and say, Miller, what a Dumbo, that goofy Miller that, trying to tell us off or whatever. And so I used the word Dumbo as well, and I couldn't handle it. I saw two of the words I used in my story. It's too funny. The slightest bit, a tad. Just a tad. Hard thing to leave on a cold day, your bed. I have a hard time getting in the shower in the morning because it's like, it's going to be different. You're used to the cold and you don't want to be hot. And then by the time you're out of the shower, you're like, it's hot. I don't want to be cold. So then you stay in the shower because you don't want to get cold again. It's a mess. Can't wait for spring. Can't wait. A hard thing to leave on your cold day, the bed. Caribbean island northwest of Curacao. Now I'm like Americanizing that word, but and isn't Curacao like that blue nectar you put into drinks? Might be. Am I thinking of that wrong? It is. You're right. It's hard to be on all the time. But I was just like, and maybe that's like a repulsion from being on during drill team. They're like, I get to finally just be myself and relax. And so they just let it all out in my classroom. And I'm like, can I just have a tiny bit more sometimes I'll stop mid-sentence and look at them and go, you guys are having a full-on conversation. What is happening here? Do you say Curacao? Oh, interesting. I think it's borrowed from Portuguese, because in Portuguese it still has the C cedilla, but it's with an O, C-O-R, coração. And the A has a tilde on top, so you drop it into your throat when you say it, coração. It means heart. 90 seconds. Pretty good. And we were even narrating it the whole time. We were talking about stories and goofy stuff. So I wonder if I would have gotten it even shorter if we weren't making it a whole thing. Let's see. The sky is the limit in a saying. The sky's the limit. And then actress Deborah Messing, who played Grace in Will and Grace, if you haven't seen that one. Can't imagine her face. Just imagine Grace from Will and Grace. And then like this clue number 7 is odd. Just like me. I'm odd. I'm odd. Oh, and then the Wordle today. Just in honor of, so many different ones that like combined together. I said drill. And that actually helped a ton because it gave me the D in the right place and an I. I put the I in the beginning and I said dingy. I couldn't remember if that was dingy or dingy, but dingy has an H. N-G-H-Y. Dingy. Dingy. There it goes. And then I tried ditzy, but I couldn't remember if ditzy was T-S-Y or T-Z-Y. Had I guessed T-Z-Y, it actually would have helped a ton. But I tried ditzy with an S, which is funny. And I was like, all right, maybe it is dizzy. So I tried that, and that's exactly what it was. So it's pretty good. Oh, I did the letterbox thing. Steel, bingo, fizzy, dizzy. Nice. Yeah, here, I'll just show you. Remember Will and Grace? Remember that one? Let's see, the wedding date. Oh, I think I've seen that one too. I'm trying to think of which ones I've seen. I don't know if I know all of those. All right, and then we polish it off with the Strands puzzle. I almost said letterbox. Sorry about that. Yeah, my phone is buzzing off the hook right now. Sometimes I'll have my phone. I'm driving in the car and my phone starts buzzing off the hook because I'm in some text thread or whatever, and I'll just take it out of my pocket. I won't even look at it, and I'll just hand it to my wife, and she knows what to do. I'm like, I don't even care. I'm driving the car. I'm trying not to kill you guys, so like I don't care about the I'm in a missile. I'm in a 2-ton missile going down the freeway. I'm like, I can't even think of this thing buzzing. She doesn't, if I ask her to look at it and narrate it for me, she'll look at my phone. But if my phone buzzes and I'm like, I don't even care right now, I'll take it out of my pocket, just hand it to her, and just keep driving. And she like, do you want me to look at it? I'm like, no, I don't care. I'm like, I don't even care. It's probably like my work group chat or some youth group or something. I'm like, right, not now, thanks though. And then we finished off with the Strands puzzle today. It's a little much. Yeah, enough already. Right? It's excess. We've got a surplus. We got a glut. I love that word, glut. Like gluttony. We have some redundancy. There's so much we have some redundancy. And then, all of this is just overkill. All right. And hopefully we weren't overkill today telling stories. I love telling stories with you guys. But if you feel like it's too much, let me know. Oh, yeah, letterbox. Sorry, SG. The letterbox is no more. Occasionally I'll do it. I have it on tap. I can just push the button and we're looking at it again. I can make that happen pretty easy. But right now we're just... You have no secrets from my wife, from your wife, not my wife. Yeah. Can hardly manage one wife, let alone secret relationships. You're funny. You're funny. No, my wife and I share everything. I mean, like we're very transparent with each other. Everything she does, I do. I even drive her places and whatnot. Yeah, it's we're one and the same. One and the same. We it's not just because we file taxes together. It's we are absolutely each other's everything. So yeah, I agree with you there. I agree. We share responsibilities. I cook, she cooks. I drive the kids places, she drives the kids places. We have a very good symbiotic relationship. She does things, I do things, and we overlap, and it's great. We just if there is a conflict of interest, we talk it out, and there's never a fight. We just, we communicate. I mean, that's the alternative to, an unhealthy relationship is a relationship that communicates with each other. So I very much appreciate that. When you say, no secrets from my wife, absolutely. Same here. Same here. Unless she asks me not to spoil the Wordle. If she said, if she's like, well, I'm still going to do the connections. I'm like, okay, I won't say a word then. So she doesn't do it as much. My daughter does. My daughter does the puzzles all the time. It's really fun. But she doesn't do it too much. Oh, good stuff. Eddie, Brock, and Venom. Are those the names of your kids? I want to get to know your family a little bit. Eddie, Brock, and Venom are your kids? I see. All right. Awesome. Well, if you like what you see today, no, they're not. Give this video a like. Consider subscribing. Symbiote. Yeah, I know. I know what you're getting at. I know what you're getting at. I get it. No, Venom. He is the symbiote. That's too funny. All right. It'd be funny if your kids' names were Eddie, Brock, and Venom. It'd be pretty funny. I'd feel bad for Venom, honestly. That kid. Poor guy. Imagine naming your kid Venom. Right? Oh, you guys are awesome. All right. Thank you. Aranya, SG, Callie. Golly, even John Marco was in here. Tons of people. And if you like this, give this video a like. Consider subscribing. And I will catch you on the next one. See you guys.